Can you use a heavy-duty wheel cleaner on your car's paint without damaging it? What's up everyone, it's Jimbo, and today that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be using the Griot's Garage heavy-duty wheel cleaner, and then we're gonna be comparing it to the Meguiar's Ultimate All-Wheel Cleaner. These are both iron removers, and you know that because it talks about the color changing on the Meguiar's one right there, and then the Griot's talks about a pH balanced color changing technology. So you know that it's gonna be completely safe on paint because they're both pH neutral iron removers. So they will do the same thing by pulling out the iron contaminants out of the paint as they do on the rims. And so they're just marketed differently to be specific wheel cleaners, but both of these products will be completely safe to use as an iron remover on your car's paint. What we're gonna try out is, does one work better than the other? They're both about the same price. The Meguiar's being $14.99, at least at the time of this recording, which is a huge bummer because it used to be $7, so it's more than doubled in price. The Griot's Garage this is their bonus size, but it is $20 still. So iron removers in general are usually pretty expensive, but I thought it would make for a pretty cool, compelling video to show, can you run down to your local auto parts store and pick up an iron remover? So I got the Tesla hood split. On the right side, we'll use the Griot's. On the left side, we will use the Meguiar's, and then maybe we'll use it across a couple different areas of the car to see which one smells better, which one reacts faster, and then which one turns more purple. So there's the Griot side. You can see it kind of soapy, which is nice, or foamy rather, or soapy, which I like because it's sitting and dwelling on the surface. Be interesting to see how quickly it starts to react. Nope, it's not starting to react yet. So let's jump over to the Meguiar side and try the all wheel cleaner right here. The reason why I opted for the wheel cleaner too is normally they don't smell as bad. So again, we're getting that soapier condition. And if you look right up here, the Meguiar's is already starting to react just slightly. This car may not have a ton of contaminants. And when we jump over to the Griot side, it's slowly starting to react too. So as that dwells, maybe I'll hit a couple of different areas of the car as well to see if we can get even more of a reaction. But when you see that purple, that's when you know it's drawing out the contaminants. So I gave it 5 minutes to dwell since we're inside, and you could see the Meguiar side has pulled out a lot more of those contaminants out of the paint, symbolized by the purple nature, or the being more purple. When you flip over to the Griot side, you can see it's still on the paint, it's still reacting, but even though I sprayed it over onto the fender, it's a lot less reactive than the Meguiar's side has been. Now you could be saying, is this because it's actually not meant for paint and it's only meant for wheels? And to which I would respond, it doesn't matter. It's the same formulation, it's the same type of liquid, it's the same type of chemistry on paint that it would be on wheels. So it really doesn't matter. If I did a dedicated iron remover for paint, we would get the same result. And in fact, I've done previous videos of that with this exact Meguiar's product. And so in this test, you could save $5 by buying the Meguiar's all-wheel. Of course, it was a much better deal at $7. But you can see when you compare it to the Griot's Garage, you get much more of a reaction. Even when I sprayed it on over to the fender wells to see if I would get any different than on the hood rather, it did react much better on the Meguiar's side. So the Meguiar's is taking the cake on this one. I'm gonna rinse it off and see how it looks afterwards. So I'm gonna fact check myself, and what I'm gonna do is take a traditional clay bar on the surface while it's still wet and clay it, and then I'll clay both sides to see if the Meguiar's really did pull out more contaminants or if they just kind of spoof the chemical somehow and make it look like it's reacting better than it is. So a the clay bar is gonna finish pulling out any roughness, any of those contaminants that may be left in the paint. And when I flip the clay bar over, you will see that. So let's see what this Meguiar side looks like right here. And there you go, pretty clean. So the Meguiars did a really good job at pulling out most of the contaminants, if not all of them. Let's go over to the griot side now and see if it's any dirtier. I did flip the clay bar over, and I could actually feel it in my hands already just by cleaning it, that there were more contaminants left over. So sometimes even if you do use the iron remover, you do want to follow up with the clay, but I could definitely feel the roughness coming off in the clay bar. So let's flip this over and see, and there you go. So see all that brown and gunk in the clay bar? It's slight, but there is more on the griot side. So that confirms that the griot's iron remover did less at pulling out some of those than the Meguiar side did. So in this test, the Meguiar's Ultimate All Wheel Cleaner definitely won. This is a phenomenal iron remover, and as the clay bar showed, it does pull out more of the contaminants. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And on your way down there, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next video.